receiver. Watch Lawrence Taylor.
I'll tell you, on a passing down, you see the linemen now are counting Taylor like a defensive lineman. We see him working there on Stan Walters. He beats the tackle, and he gets right on Jaworski as he throws the ball.
Tom Skladany, ex-Detroit Lion, is now the Eagle punter. Leon Bright is back deep for the Giants. Skladany standing at about his own 22. 10 men up on the line for the Giants. Skladany doesn't get it. Flags are down. The ball goes out of bounds at about the Giant 30. We'll just have to wait and check the penalty. 33-yard punt. Marion Campbell said yesterday that Skladany seemed a little shaky ever since he's been there, but he got better during the week.
Of course, he punted last week, and his net was 27 yards. Now, that's not good enough in any league.
No. He is still a prospect in the eyes of the Swamp Fox, Marion Campbell. And there he is.
And what Marion Campbell is looking for in net is 35 yards.
Take it back to the 20, where the Giants will start one more time. Jim Tunney.
Holding, defense, post-possession foul, 10 yards, first down.
Post-possession foul. That's a new one. 12:09 left to play first quarter at Giant Stadium. As you look at Bill Parcells, the score is 0-0, the Eagles and the Giants. Philadelphia nothing, the Giants nothing. First quarter, a lot of time left. New Orleans beat Atlanta 19-17 on a field goal with no time left. Washington over St. Louis 38-14. Those Redskins continue to roll. Minnesota beat Chicago 23-14. They're amazing. Detroit, surprisingly, 38-14 over Green Bay. Can't pick him, can you? Brunner bounces out of the hands of Rob Carpenter into the hands of one of the Eagles, Reggie Wilkes, and he couldn't hang on. And is he disgusted?
Those linebackers just aren't ready to catch the ball. You know, they got all those pads on and they're ready to hit those backs. So watch, it's off Carpenter. Wilkes right in his chest. I got it. Boom, it's off me. And then I get blocked.
Got hit by Woelfel. So it'll be 2nd and 10, the line of scrimmage. The Giants 20. Moat is the man in motion. Here is Woelfel. Cuts back with some room. Got about 6. Carl Hairston finally took him down. For a moment, it appeared as if Butch had a lot of room. And then it disappeared. Make it 3rd down and 3 at the 27. The Eagles will sometimes go with 7 defensive backs. Take out all of their linebackers. This time they go with 3 down linemen, 1 linebacker, and a lot of defensive backs. 7 of them. High snap. Brunner comes down with it. Gets it outside to Leon Bright. And Bright gets out to the 41-yard line. Giants first down. Good play by Brunner.
Let's see if we can look at those 7 defensive backs. Now, here's the 3 linemen, 1, 2, 3. And then here's the defensive back, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know where the other 2 are. Let's watch the play.
First down pickup on the completion from Brunner to Bright. Carpenter slides outside the 45 to about the 48 before he was tripped up by Reggie Wilkes. Make it the 47-yard line. 8 yards for Rob. Call it 2nd and 4 then. Not quite 8 yards. Line of scrimmage, the Giant 47. No score, but they're on the move. Woelfel. Take it down. Dennis Harrison, the first Eagle to get a hand on it. A lot of familiar names on the Eagles squad. both on offense and defense, but yet they are really a team in transition. They have made a lot of changes.
The biggest changes have come with the linebackers. That's the biggest thing. You know, they got Joel Williams from the Atlanta Falcons. Anthony Griggs is starting there and inside now in place of Frank LeMaster. They still have Jerry Robinson.
On third down, Mistler comes in motion this way and then goes back that way. They hand off to Leon Bright. Bright bounces off tacklers, hit first by Anthony Griggs, short of a first down. Well, maybe not. It's going to be close. Bright hit him for what looked like would be enough, and then he was bounced back all of a sudden, and now Jim Tunney says bring out the chains.
This is the position right here where you can just take a quarterback sneak. You don't have to handle the ball. You don't have to hand anyone. I think Bruner can just take the ball and fall down, and the spot will give him that much yardage.
He could almost just lie down for a first down, as tall as he is. Bruner brings him out in a hurry. They stay with the same two setbacks. Knocked backwards. He didn't get a chance to lie down. The Eagles scrambled for the football. Joel Williams was the first man to hit him. I don't know if he made it or not.
Yeah, I'm sure he did, because all he had to do was get that little push, and where the officials are marking it, I'm sure that's a first down.
That's the left foot mark.
Yeah, that's a left foot job.
Parcells is leaning to his right.
Yeah, he's leaning a little there. He's getting it up there. All it needs is a little nudge there.
They didn't get it by much.
Let's just watch it here. Watch those linebackers. Now, they're both looking at Bruner, and they know what it is. They're trying to get the same jump that Bruner does, and he just gets that little push. As you say, he never got a chance to lie down.
First down, Giants just across midfield in Eagle territory. No scores yet with 9.5 minutes left to play first quarter. Carpenter. Carpenter jams his way over the left side for a couple. Let's check out a couple scores. Miami 35, Buffalo 28, fourth quarter that is now. Miami had a tough time getting their offense on track. They started Dan Marino today. Cleveland beat the Jets 10-7 on a 44-yard field goal with no time on the clock, or maybe 4 seconds. Denver 26, woeful Houston 14. 2nd and 7 here at Giant Stadium. 8:50 left to play first quarter. No score.
Woeful Houston.
That's Woeful in motion. Winner has Zeke Moat. And he has a first down at the Eagle 24. Herman Edwards and Randy Logan were around him. Paid the price.
That's what happens on a zone defense. That was a heck of a throw in there by Bruner. We see this. We watch him. You see what he sees. He's looking to the left. He looks down. He finds Moat in here. But watch, once Moat catches that ball, there's 1, 2. Oh, it was just the first guy that really got him.
And the ground, or the turf, after that.
That was a free safety, and that's his job. Wes Hopkins, who made the hit.
And he will do some of that. He is a hitter. 0-0 first quarter. Pat Summerall and John Madden at Giant Stadium. 0-0. Eagles and Giants, but the Giants on the move. Bill Parcells says they need a win. Well, you always need a win, don't you?
He's talking about Quinella.
Carpenter, right side. He just said we either got to win tomorrow, as we talked to him today, and either get into this thing, get into the chase, get into the race for the playoffs, or we're going to be out of it. We got to be in a position where we can afford a loss.
Well, you know, when you're looking at the Eagles, 3-2, that's one thing. But in addition to that, on top of you, you also have the Washington Redskins, who won again today, and the Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas just scored, by the way, on an 80-yard touchdown pass from Danny White to Ron Springs. Brunner looking for Woolfolk. Herman Edwards right with him. Game of which I was just speaking a minute ago. Tampa Bay had gone ahead on a field goal by Capiz from 48 yards out, and Dallas struck right back. Overtime, Buffalo, Miami, 35-35. Buffalo scored with 23 seconds left to play. Touchdown pass from Ferguson to Cribbs to tie it up 3rd and 10 here. Tight end set up for the Giants. Mulledy, I beg your pardon, has replaced Moat. Here's Brunner out of the shotgun, throwing down the middle, has Leon Bright wide open. Bright inside the 10, to the 4, to the 5. Bernard Wilson and Ray Ellis stopped it.
Leon Bright. Bill Parcells was telling us yesterday what a big play guy he is for him. Said he remembered him in high school. In high school, he said he scored 75 touchdowns. Well, watch him. He comes out from the left side. Brunner starts to roll to the left, organized roll, then throws back. Bright coming across. No one picked him up.
1st and goal, Giants from the 5. Carpenter, the ball carrier, maybe a yard. Mulledy has replaced Moat at tight end, is what I was attempting to say a minute ago. 75 touchdowns in any league is a lot of touchdowns. It's in 3 years he did that.
That's right, in 3 years in high school.
Moat is back in. 2nd and goal from the 4. 14th play of this drive coming up. To Carpenter. Brunner, end zone, incomplete. Throwing for Mulledy. Roy Nell Young on the coverage.
You know, one thing, when you get down there and it's 2nd down and you're on the 4-yard line, when you pass on 2nd down, then that means that you have to pass on 3rd down. See, so they already made that decision. Had they run that ball with 2nd and 4 on 2nd down, then they could come back with a run on 3rd down. So we see the Eagles now are putting in their pass defense even though they're on the goal line.
So they're expecting just exactly what you said. A pass. There's Gray is out wide to the left. Brunner looks that way, then throws the other way. And throws it over the head of Missler. He had nothing there. Here comes the Giant field goal unit, led by the kicker, Ali Haji Sheikh, who's hit 9 in a row. 2 for 2 from this distance. A very confident young man yesterday.
His confidence is really up. He looked like a different guy yesterday. I remember we did the first game here when the Giants opened up against the Rams, and he looked like a nervous young guy. And yesterday he looked like a confident young guy.
Haji Sheikh hits with Brunner holding, and the Giants move on top 3-0. 21-yard field goal. Chip shot for him. The Giants 3, the Eagles nothing. 5:58 left first quarter at Giants Stadium in the middle. Giants 3, Philadelphia nothing. 21-yard field goal by Ali Haji Sheikh. Pat Summerall with John Madden. We're at sold-out Giants Stadium. It's always sold out. Sheik to Glenn Young, about a yard deep in the end zone. Young shakes outside to the 22. Tuggle, one of the Giant tacklers. Flowers, the other. Usually he'll be there. Ron Jaworski, of course, the Eagle quarterback. Taking on, he feels, more responsibility and more of the role of a leader.
That's what he said. He He said in the past, he's always figured Wilbert Montgomery will do it, Harold Carmichael will do it, someone else. He said, now this is a different team. I feel I have to do it.
On first down, Oliver in motion. Williams, the ball carrier. A yard perhaps. Brian Kelly, fire and hunt. Converts to knock him backwards. Michael Williams has replaced Mike Williams, I believe he said. It's Michael Haddix and Mike Williams.
Well, they were calling them both Michael, and then they're both playing tailback now, and you know, it was Michael this, Michael that. They didn't know which Michael. Now they call Haddix Michael and Williams Mike.
2nd and 7. Williams is back there with Oliver. Jaworski steps up inside Young, gets the ball to Oliver, and Oliver rumbles. Midfield. First down, Eagles. Bill Courier finally tripped him up. 25-yard pickup. Good scramble by Jaworski, a good effort by Oliver.
That's a big thing here. Jaworski really bought a little time here, and that's a big thing with scrambling. It's not that you're going to run anywhere, but see, no one's open. Boom, he makes a little move there. Now that gives Oliver time to get away from Hunt, you see, and then he can get the play in the first down. That was a quarterback's play on that one because he bought time.
First down by Philadelphia. Oliver over the left side. Yard at the most. Byron Hunt, first man there. Some other scores. Denver 26, Houston 14, final. Baltimore 10, New England 7, fourth quarter. Colts surprising a lot of folks. Bill Parcells, of course, the new Giant head coach who was last year their defensive coordinator before Ray Perkins moved down south. 2nd down. Jaworski back to Williams. This is going to be broken down early. Haynes comes up from his cornerback spot. Cuts Williams down.
You know why it was broken up early? The play of Lawrence Taylor was on the tight end. He was on Vito Cobb, so there's no cutback. Let's see if we can watch it again. Now watch 84 here. Now what? There's 56 on him. See, that's Taylor on Cobb. Now watch him string it. See him? He takes Cobb, puts him in the backfield, strings it. There's no cutback, forces him outside right into Haynes.
That's a good example there, John, of what we have seen so many times in film and as watching Taylor play. Nobody ever seems to get to his body.
Never get to any part of him. He's always on his feet, always has the guy under control, the blocker.
Shotgun formation by the Eagles. Carmichael is out wide to the right. A lot of time for Jaworski. Glenn Young. Jaworski thought he was going deep. And he ran a curl comeback.
Well, of course, you know, Marion Campbell was talking about Glenn Young, and he was saying it's tough for a rookie. He comes in as the third wide receiver on passing downs, and that's when you see all the different defenses today.
And it's tougher to read on third down when you see all those different defenses than it is on first down. Sladany. He catches this one. Leon Bright lets it go. It almost went out of bounds, but didn't. The Giants will take over at their own 20. 48-yard punt, but they'll bring it back to the 20. So the net isn't really that good. 28 is the net. That's not going to help you too much. 3-0. 21-yard field goal by Ali Haji Sheikh. And the Giants lead 3-0. They have the ball for the third time, and for the third consecutive time, they're starting from their own 20. Bruner will go on first down. Outside Carpenter. He's got room, and he's got blockers. Out of bounds he goes. Hit out of bounds by Roynell Young. Got a first down. Crowd thought it was late. 17-yard gain.
I like what the Giants are doing. You know, they did that same thing earlier. Now watch Bruner. He's going to fake the bootleg. He starts rolling to the right, stops, turns back, and throws back against the grain to Carpenter. Now what happened is that fooled the linebackers. The linebackers started to go left with flow. They were responsible for Carpenter, and they didn't get him until Roynell Young, the corner, came over and got him.
Carpenter is the lone setback. Mistler goes in motion. Carpenter. Carpenter breaks out of the pack, gets about 9. Just short of a first down, Joel Williams.
Watch this. This is what Carpenter does best. He starts to the left and then sees here, and he starts to cut back. There's nothing there, straightens it up, and goes right through the middle. That was the old double cut. Cut back, start to see. There's nothing there. Boom, straight up the middle. Not bad.
2nd and 1. He cuts back. Jukes inside, gets in Eagle territory, gets the first down. Reggie Wilkes made the tackle.
You know what you're doing, a cutback is to take advantage of flow. You know, you want to get the linebackers in line flowing one way and then cut back against the grain. Woolfolk had a tough job in doing this. Watch, he starts out here, Carpenter's leading, he goes in there, he doesn't like that, out there to the left, boom, now he cuts back against the grain. You see that? 3 guys overran him.
Carpenter. He cuts back again. He got a couple, bouncing off people. Roynell Young made the tackle. Score. Kansas City 7. The Los Angeles Raiders nothing. That's in the first quarter. Kenny to Stephen Page. Seattle 7. San Diego nothing. Hard team to figure. Zorn to Kurt Warner. The outstanding rookie from Penn State. 2nd and 8 here at Giant Stadium. They're at the Eagle 47. Brunner threw it to the trainer.
He's nodding his head. He threw that one away. That one didn't fool anyone. Good coverage by the Eagles. He had no one open, so he just threw it out of bounds. Said, we'll play it on 3rd down.
From the 47. Giants have beaten the Eagles 4 straight. Winners 4 out of 10 for 72. Here comes Mistler in motion. Brunner from the shotgun. Protection good. Pass incomplete. Mulvey had Wes Hopkins draped all over his back.
That's a ball, though, that the tight end has to catch. You know, the tight end has to be able to dominate the middle of that field. And when you catch balls in the middle, you're going to have those, guys hitting you from behind, defensive back, linebackers from the front and the side. And they have to make that catch.
Well, the tight ends, I know when you were coaching at the Raiders, always had a dominant role with Raymond Chester, Casper.
Big, strong guys.
Yep. Waits for everybody to get set. Kelly turns around to check with him. Lynn Young is back deep for the Eagles. Jennings did that on purpose. Young handles. 12. Gets back out to the 19. The Eagles will take over 1st and 10, and for once, no penalty flag. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter here at Giant Stadium. Next Sunday, a doubleheader here on CBS, the NFL Today. San Francisco 49ers against surprising New Orleans. That's at 12:30 Eastern Time. That's when the NFL Today begins. The Giants at Kansas City and Philadelphia against Dallas. In Dallas. Because of the Phillies' success and their entry into the World Series, they switched that game. 1st and 10. Jaworski goes to throw on 1st and 10. Mike Quick. I was saying you talked to Fred Bruni before. I talked to Fred down on the sideline before the game and saying how good and how fast Mike Quick has developed. And he said all he ever needed was a chance.
Well, you know, the thing that the Eagles liked about Mike Quick when they drafted him, he was one of those tough guys who was a good blocker and he could run well with the ball. And the other thing that they liked about him, he was one of those determined guys, you know, that was a tough guy, and they knew that the receiving would come, and now it is.
Well, what a great name for a wide receiver, huh? Mike Quick. First and 10, ball at the Eagles 32. Jaworski to throw. Does. Carmichael has it. Harold Carmichael. Beasley Reese made the hit. Great throw by Jaworski in between the two defenders.
It was a great throw, as you say. It was that double zone that we see all the time, where the corner comes up and takes a short area, and then the safety, Beasley Reese, is deep. And watch this throw. It's right between them. You see the short man over the short man's head and in front of the deep man, Beasley Reese. And when you have a guy who's 6'8", that's pretty easy to hit him in that situation.
First down, Eagles, the Giant 41. 27 yards on that pickup from Jaworski to Carmichael. Jaworski throws quickly. Has Mike Quick. Quick is out of bounds at the Giant 31. Bill Courier pushed him out.
You know, an interesting thing here, when the Eagles go to their slot formation, that means that two wide receivers on the same side of the field. Carmichael had been playing the outside and Quick the inside guy. Quick was catching more passes. In this game, they've been putting Carmichael in the slot and Quick is the outside guy. You see him here. See, here's Carmichael inside. Quick is the outside guy. They just switched that thing because they want Carmichael to work the middle. Quick just runs it out here again against the zone. Good pass, picks up the first down.
They both just turned out. That's a pretty good combination to have together, Carmichael and Quick.
And then you just read what happens. What you like to do is get one of the guys turning out around the numbers and the other on the sideline. And you can get a defender in a bind there. You play in towards the numbers or out towards the sidelines.
Eagle first down at the Giant 31. 14-19 left to play in the first half. Oliver barrels to the 6. Here be Oliver, playing better and better every week.
That's one of those quick poppers. You know, they've been throwing, they've been trying to get outside, and watch this one. We see Guy Morris 50 here. We get a little fold block. Right off of that comes Hubie Oliver. He's right into the secondary before the Giants have a chance to react.
First and goal, Eagles. 5th play of this drive. Michael Williams, the lone setback. From the 7 will operate. To Williams. Not much there. Brad Van Pelt cut Williams down. He got to the 5. Pickup of 2.
A good play by Van Pelt, because the guy that has that cutback is the end man on a line of scrimmage away. Now that takes discipline. The ball starts to go to your left to stay that. Now watch, here's Williams. He starts to his left. Now watch Van Pelt out here. He has to stay out there. Even though the ball's going to the opposite side, he has to wait there for the cutback.
It's a great temptation to chase, but you got to stay there. Second down. Jaworski for Carmichael. Had it, lost it. Haynes comes up with a one-handed interception, but he was out of the end zone. So it's an incomplete pass.
It seems like Jaworski has always been throwing that jump ball to Carmichael in the end zone. Of course, you try and get the mismatch. You know, the 6'8" Carmichael on the 6-foot corner, Mark Haynes. Of course, he had the old jump ball, and the ball just jumped right out of Carmichael's hands.
It'll be 3rd and goal now from the 5. Jaworski has him out. Quick to the left. Carmichael to the right. Quick, touchdown. Good throw, good catch. Not much you can do about that.
That's the perfect place to throw that slant on the goal line. You throw it low and inside, and there's nothing that the defender can do about it. In that case was number 46, Mike Dennis. To the right. Now, this is just a 3-step drop. You see Jaworski looked at there? 1, 2, 3, whack, right there. You see, and you bring it low and inside, and there's nothing that Dennis can do about that pass.
Really
the only thing he can do is have inside help.
Cannot defend against that. Tony Franklin. One shoe off, one shoe on. Eagles up 7-3.
Let's see if we can watch it here again. You see Jaworski's looking at him all the way. The second he breaks loose, he delivers the ball low and inside.
That's a good throw. Good catch by Quick. 7-3. The Eagles lead the Giants with 12:50 left to play in the first half. At Summerall with John Madden, Giant Stadium. Philadelphia 7, Giants 3. Leon Bright back deep. Tony Franklin will kick off. Marion Campbell says Tony's been working a lot. Legs is stronger. Not end over him by any means. Bright at the 2. Bright looking for a place to go. Gets out to about the 23. Ray Ellis made the hit. Now for an NFL update, let's take you to Brent Musburger in our studio. 7, the Giants 3, second quarter. The scoring drive by the Eagles, and by the way, that's their longest of the year, 81 yards. Jaworski, 5 yards to Quick for the touchdown. They lead the Giants 7-3. Rob Carpenter, the lone setback. This is Scott Bruner. Looking and missing. Mike Miller. Of other scores, Baltimore 12, New England 7, fourth quarter. Rams 0-0 against the 49ers second quarter. Kansas City 14, the Los Angeles Raiders 0. That's surprising.
I'll tell you, the Raiders have always had a tough time with Kansas City. Yeah, that's one of those rivalries. The records don't mean anything. Kansas City's always been tough in the Raiders.
That's the rivalry like this one. 2nd and 10. Carpenter for just a couple over the left side. Unpopular call with many of the Giant faithful, but not badly.
Well, the Giants tried to mix it up. On first down, what they did is they had 3 wide receivers in there. They had Mike Miller, their speedster. They tried to sneak in and get him deep. And then when it was incomplete and they end up second along, then they tried to come back with a run. Now they have to pass.
Miller and Mistler both come out wide to the right. Gray is split wide to the left on 3rd and 8. Bruner has Gray. Giant first down. Gray lost his jersey but kept the ball. Herman Edwards, the defender.
Herman Edwards made a pretty good play there, holding on to Ernest Gray. He just had him by the jersey. He was pulling that thing over his shoulder pads and hanging out, because if he didn't, it looked like Gray could have picked up another 10, 15 yards. Watch it here. We see Bruner. He backs straight up. He finds Gray in there. He hits him. Now Herman Edwards just gets a hold of that left shoulder and gets him down. Look at all that green stuff in front, and he not taking him down.
Bruner to Carpenter on first down. Carpenter back to the inside. Hit by Anthony Griggs after he picked up about 4.
I think the Giants are getting back into the type of offense that they'd like to have, where they, run on first down, run on second. If they don't make the first, have that short third down yardage situation.
They're in a position to do that now at 2nd and 6. Woolfolk and Miller both come out wide to the right. And Gray splits in the other direction. Miller in motion. Mistler, not the intended receiver. This was Miller. And he got about 4 or 5. They'll have that 3rd and short situation coming up.
Mike Miller is the receiver that the Giants picked up at the end of training camp from the Green Bay Packers. And he's missed the whole training camp with the Giants, and each week is like a training camp week for him, and he's just learning the system. We see here he comes in motion. He's going to run a little hook, work back, not bad.
He has great speed. Now it'll be 3rd and 1. Or maybe not. They'll measure. It'll be 3rd and short, nevertheless. Situation you like.
Scott Bruner's thinking, I hope it's first down. I don't want to have to run another one of those quarterback sneaks where everyone watches me and hits me. Oh, shoot, I'm going to have to do it again.
That's about that same situation. Bill Parcells gazing, and as you look at the Eagle bench on the other side of the field.
Bruner's linebackers on his hands and knees out there. He's looking
I don't
for
want
that
it.
signal. He doesn't want that one again. Because they all just zero in on him. You know, those linebackers are watching him. The defensive linemen are pinching. Maybe he talked Parcells out of it. He said, hey, that one doesn't work as well. Now, they're going to run a quarterback sneak. They have to from this formation.
Think so?
Yep.
They might throw it. Quarterback sneak.
He got down a little lower that time now. I do on that one that he had to do it because when he was in split backs, there was no lead back in position. So he's looking that thing over. They're looking at him. Now watch on this time. He gets down lower. He just ducks his head. He says, I'm going to get underneath all this stuff this time. Last time they straightened me up and it hurt.
First down just short of midfield for the Giants. Giants have 8. The Eagles have 6 of those first down achievements. Woolfolk goes in motion left. Fake to Carpenter. Bruner steps up, hits Carpenter down the middle. Carpenter still on his feet. Lunges inside the 40 to the 36. Joel Williams knocked him down. 14-yard gain.
Carpenter looks like he hurt that right shoulder elbow there a little. That's an interesting thing. It's the third time that they've done that. Started to roll one way, put the back out the opposite side, and hit him. They've done it twice with Carpenter and once with Leon Bright. Not a bad little deal.
Right elbow would appear to be Carpenter's problem. Bruner's 7 out of 15 for 105 yards. John Tuggle has taken his place. This is Woolfolk. It's some room to the outside. Out of bounds inside the 30. Carpenter still trying to shake it off Greg Brown. Knock Woolfolk out of bounds.
I'll tell you, watch the job that John Tuggle, the blocks that he makes. He's 38 in front there. Now watch, he's leading right here. Here comes Robinson. Look, he just stops, boom, puts him right up in the air like the old spinning wheel or something. And that's the block that got Woolfolk to the outside. Really nice by a guy who was last player drafted in last year's draft.
210-pound rookie from California. Second down and 4 at the Eagle 29. They give again to Woolfolk. He has a first down inside the 25 to the Eagle 24. Carpenter comes back in and Tuggle will get a rest.
Carpenter has a new deal there. He cut that shirt off so low that it's right at the waist because there's a rule in the NFL that your shirt has to be tucked in. See, so he cut it right there at the waist where it looks like it's tucked in, but it's not. That doesn't help you play better or anything like that, does it?
Not unless you think it does.
Faster.
They give to Carpenter. Caught from the offside by the safety man, Randy Logan.
You see what they're doing is they know the Giants are running, so now they're getting, and they're having success against the line and linebackers. So now the Eagles are involving their secondary in the run defense, and that's why Randy Logan, the strong safety, was up on the line of scrimmage.
That'll make it 2nd and 9. 7:55 left to play in the first half with the Eagles leading the Giants 7-3. Mike Miller. Flank to the left, and Ernest Gray was there. He started in motion, and Bruner will try to throw. Does throw. Carpenter chased down from behind by Jerry Robinson. Carpenter, it seems, ever since he's come to the Giants, has always had big days against the Eagles.
I know, in big days running, there was that one year where it just seemed in the second half they just gave it to Carpenter every play, and he was a one-man gang. Now he's catching some passes, 3 for 38, running a little, blocking a little, taking a rest a couple plays, letting Tuggle do it.
3rd and 3. Carpenter in front of Woolfolk. Passing down. Running down. To the 20. Lost 2.5. Dennis Harrison there quickly. He was the first man there. Reggie Wilkes came over for the assist.
I think your idea was better, that 3rd and 3 really is a passing type down, and they elected to run. And, of course, they didn't get Dennis Harrison blocked. Old Bigfoot over there on that side, he got penetration. Woolfolk didn't have a chance. In fact, he lost yardage.
Ali Haji Sheikh, who has now hit 10 field goals in a row after missing his first one on opening day. He has the longest in Giant history, 56 yards. Bruner holding. Haji Sheikh is good from 37 yards out. Bill Parcells says he doesn't just make them, he splits it every time. He's always right down the middle. 7-6, the Eagles over the Giants. Philadelphia 7, the Giants 6. Second quarter. Ali Haji Sheikh, who just hit from 37 yards out, will kick off in the direction of Glenn Young. Back deep for the Eagles, standing in the middle. Will be handled by Young at the 7. Waffled by the coverage. John Tuggle, number 38, the man who just came in and threw that good block a minute ago, now does his job on the special team. The Giants, you will perhaps notice, are wearing a black armband on the right shoulder band, I guess is more correct, for the reason that their backfield coach, Bob Ledbetter, passed away last Friday. Most popular individual. And the Giants wearing that in tribute and with respect. Quick was in motion. This is Williams with some room. Flag is thrown. Williams got enough for the first down. Stopped by Mike Dennis. Penalty marker down back in that holding area.
I think it's going to be on the guy who was blocking Byron Hunt, number 57. That's going to be holding, but I bet it's in the guy in Hunt because they had Hunt double teamed. It looked like someone may have grabbed his leg. He was right there. They really got him down now.
Jim Tunney will let us know if that's true.
Holding 84 at the line of scrimmage.
You're right.
Still first down.
That's right. It'll be right over here to the right of the screen. We'll see 84 is tight end Vito Camp. You see him right there? He grabbed his leg. You see he grabbed Byron Hunt, number 57, grabbed him by the right leg. That official threw that flag 30 yards. That's an all-league throw. That's an all-pro throw.
Yeah.
Oh, they're throwing it back to him now. Here it comes back to him.
That was Mike Quick who threw it back.
That's something. That guy was a deep guy on defense there throwing, but he threw that thing and it went 30 yards in the air. He said, I got one.
From the 11, 1st and 20. Jaworski, the quarterback. Quick starts in motion. The pitch is back to Williams. Same play. Not quite as good a result, but nevertheless not bad. Let's go again to Brent Musburger in New York. All right, Brent, thank you. Happy days for Joe Danilo, the ex-Giant. 38-35 that score. The Eagles, second down now. Number 19, Jaworski to throw. Does throw. Oliver out of the backfield. Room to the 30. Couple short of the first down. Mike Dennis was the first Giant to hit him. Brian Kelly there as well.
It's not a bad pass to throw on 2nd and long because the Giants were in a zone. They run their linebackers out deep. UB Oliver just delayed a little and then went in front of the linebackers and picked up about 10 of those yards.
Over on the Eagle bench, the defense checking with the director.
The play they're talking about there is that thing where the Giants are going right and throwing back.
3rd down and 1.5. Cab in motion. Handoff Oliver has the first down. And more. 37. Brian Kelly tripped him up along with help from Brad Van Pelt.
Let's watch watch it again here. We see it's the first back, I formation, cut back again, straight up the middle, enough for the first down. There's some pretty good blocking there. Watch the center here, John Morris. Guy Morris. He's on Jerome Sally. And see, he got him turned. He got him out to the left, and then Hubie Oliver was able to come inside.
Sally playing in place of Jim Burton. Williams went in motion. The Giants on the blitz. Here they come quick. Mike Quick had no idea the ball was coming in his direction.
I know it, and that's what you get for a second-year guy. He's saying, who, me? Jaworski saying, yeah, you, it's an all-out blitz. I'm just going to throw it up. Watch this. See now, Quick could look in and see it. See Beasley Reese is coming up. You see the linebackers going. Jaworski has to do something. He throws it out there. See, there's no one there. Quick isn't even looking. By the time he turns around, the ball's over his head. But what the receiver should do, he's standing out there, he should look inside. When he sees all those guys going, then he goes to an automatic.
And then you start to get ready. Second down and 10 from the 37 for the Eagles. No blitz this time, or at least it doesn't look like it so far. Here comes Byron Hunt, however. Jaworski down the middle. Has Carmichael. Eagles first down at the Giant 46. 7 make it. 16-yard gain. Jaworski with protection. The Eagles picked it up well.
Well, you know, that other play was a first down play, that big blitz, and I think that surprised them because the blitzings usually come on second and third down. Let's watch the pass protection. 3-man line. Byron Hunt coming from the outside. We see the left guard, Steve Kenny, come out and block Hunt. Just drive him right beyond Jaworski.
Jaworski on first down. It's to Oliver, and Oliver smashes for 5. Jerome Sally made the tackle.
You know, one of the things that Ron Jaworski was saying is he said he would rather see Byron Hunt out there than Lawrence Taylor. On running downs, Hunt plays outside, Taylor plays inside. And then on the passing downs, they put Taylor on the outside again. But it's a lot different. All due respect to Byron Hunt blitzing is different from Lawrence Taylor.
Everybody's different from Lawrence Taylor on a blitz. Nobody does it better. Quick swings behind Jaworski and then swings upfield. Jaworski looking for Mike Quick. He just tried to run too soon. Pass was there. He was open. He was thinking about what he was going to do after he caught it. First thing you have to do is catch it.
That's right. And Mike Quick is a real prospect. He's having a great year. He's had 4 100 games in a row. But sometimes, you know, you get that blitz, and he knows that he could have helped Jaworski out, and he didn't. Sometimes they think about that play that already happened, and you get something like this, and, you know, they just continue to build on it.
Eagles out, sending Quick and Young together wide to the right. 3rd down and 5. Big down. Carmichael is split to the left. Giants on a blitz. That's Andy Hedden chasing Jaworski, and he's got him.
Another big player this year for the Giants. He's a rookie. Watch him. He just comes inside. The back tries to pick him up. I think it was Hubie Oliver. He gets right by him and makes the play.
Spladani's punt is handled at the 8 by Leon Bright. He squirms out to about 16. 17. The Giants will take over. The Eagle defense comes on. The Giants offense comes on. 2:06 left to play first half. Philadelphia 7. Next Saturday, the NCAA Today starts at 12 noon Eastern Time, 3 o'clock Pacific Time, and the games: Texas against Arkansas in Little Rock, Virginia Tech against West Virginia, Oregon State against California, plus other regional action. First down from the 17 for the Giants. The Eagles leading by 1, 7-6, 2:06 left to play first half. Draw play to Wolford. Cuts back to his left, got good yardage, about 7. Carl Hairston on the tackle. Philadelphia 7, Giants 6, second quarter. And that'll be the notification to both Bill Parcells and Marion Campbell that there are 2 minutes left to play in the first half. We're at Giant Stadium in the Meadowlands, across the river from Manhattan. Home of the Giants, 2nd and 3. Pat Summerall with John Madden. The Eagles 7, Giants 6. And off to Butch Wolf.
Fans don't like that call there. They figure with, a minute and 50 seconds, you have the ball, you have to get up and start going for a score. And I would kind of agree with them. Just try and get a couple of first downs and then see what that brings you. Looks like the Giants are just wasting a lot of time here.
And they have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. The average yards to go on third down, that's what they have to accomplish on third down. Philadelphia 5.2, and you saw the Giants. Missler is out wide to the right. 3rd and short. First down. Now they might reconsider their thinking.
Well, of course they do. And, that's nice that they take a timeout now, but I still felt that in waiting that long that they wasted a lot of time because they do still have 70 yards to go for a touchdown and about 40 yards to go to get in field goal position.
The Eagles lead by 1 as we close out the first. A minute 17 left to play first half at Giant Stadium, with the Eagles leading the Giants 7-6. Philadelphia has all of their timeouts, all 3 remaining. The Giants just took 1, so they have 2. Coming up at the half, don't forget Brent Musburger and Irv Cross. Highlights of all the other games around the NFL today, on the NFL today. Bruner now, back to throw, under pressure. Had Woolfolk, Butch couldn't hang it. Herman Edwards was the Eagle defender. It'll be 2nd and 10 now from the Giant 32. A couple of other scores while we have a moment. Kansas City 14, the Los Angeles Raiders 7. And Seattle 14, San Diego nothing, and Chuck Knox has them rolling on the ground.
Those have to be the 2 biggest surprises, I think, in the league. Seattle winning and San Diego losing.
2nd down. Brenner. Woolfolk is tagged down. Jerry Robinson out there first.
Giants will go without a huddle here. They'll audibilize on the line of scrimmage.
Eagles jump offside, so they got some time out of that. Bruner sidearms to Woolfolk. He can't hold on. Jerry Robinson, the defender.
That's the type of play when the Eagles jump off sides that you really get a free play. And you always hope that you have someone running deep so you can throw it to him. You may get the completion. You may get an interference. Even if you get an interception, you still get the ball back.
Giants get a first down.
The Giants didn't have anyone going deep either.
Offside, 78, 5 yards, makes it a first down.
The Eagles' Carl Hairston jumped.
I'll tell you, he's been a good player for a long time, Carl Hairston. What an active guy he is. He's all over the field like a linebacker.
And a leader to go along with it. From the 43, the Giant 43. Here's Bruner stepping into the pocket. Missler makes the diving catch. Bernard Wilson, the defender. The Giants up in a hurry, 18 yards on the game. Timeout Giants. So they have 1 left. Let's look at it again.
This is the type of pattern that you have to run against this defense. It's a running pattern. And we'll see right here, you see, here's what Bruner's looking at. He has good pass protection so he can step up, finds his receiver right there, makes a heck of a throw in there.
Sure did. Giants use a timeout. They lead. Philadelphia leads 7-6. The preceding message was brought to you by the National Football League. Eagles leading 7-6. Philadelphia has all of their timeouts remaining. The Giants now down to 1. 37 seconds left to play. The ball 1st and 10 from the Eagles 39. They might be already in range for Ali Haji Sheikh. Eagles on a blitz. Ernest Gray. Herman Edwards on the coverage. Now they are, no question about it.
We were talking to Ali Haji Sheikh yesterday, and he thinks he can kick a 60-yard field goal.
I think the way he's kicking, he might be right. There's number 6.
He's not very big to be kicking 60 yards either.
It was interesting that Bo Schembechler, the Michigan coach, talked with Bill Parcells, and he said, I think this guy can be a lot better than we ever gave him a chance to be. Here's Bruner. Quarterback draw, and Bruner gets inside the 20 to the 18 fumble. Eagles think they have it.
I think they have it. The officials think they have it. They do have it.
And they have 3 timeouts remaining. Ken Clark, the nose tackle.
It's one of the problems with a quarterback running the ball downfield. He's not used to carrying the ball, and this happens an awful lot of the time. This looks like an organized quarterback draw. Start back, set up, and hit the middle. That's exactly what it was. Now watch, Bruner's not really used to carrying the ball in the open field and getting hit. And he gets extended there a little, and right as he starts to go down, you see it pop out. He got hit from behind, and it popped right out of his left arm.
No doubt about that being a planned draw. You saw Billy Ard fold behind and come upfield. The Eagles will just let it run out there. They have all of their timeouts remaining, but they're apparently going to be satisfied to go to the locker room like it is. They lead 7-6 over the Giants at the end of one half of football as Bill Parcells starts to head off to the locker room.
You know, I'm still surprised that they let so much time go earlier, because if they would have been nice to have the time down here, and they could have, you know, maybe thrown a couple into the end zone before they did that. But that was a good play. I remember the old Miami Dolphins and Bob Greasy. That was always his big play. You know, that quarterback draw right in this position on the field. Now watch the nose tackle here. See, he thinks it's pass. The guy over the center, Clark. He starts out. He gets a good block to the outside by the guard. That opens up the whole middle for Bruner. Now the problem is Bruner has probably been in this situation maybe 5 times in his whole life. Now watch, he gets hit from behind, boom, the ball pops out, and the Eagles get it. No matter how far Ali Haji Sheikh could kick, it's academic.
It is now. They were certainly within his range. All with John Madden. Philadelphia 7, the Giants 6. You look at the rookie from Michigan, Ali Haji Sheikh. Actually, his home is down in Texas. His father's an instructor at the University of Texas at Arlington. And young, and it's taken away from him by Major Everett. Major bounces around. Major still on his feet. Major Everett to the 35, to the 40, to the 47-yard line before Bill Courier finally takes him down after he did a bouncing great return. 47 yards he took it.
That was another one of those things. I got him, you take him, we have him, someone get him, because I'm not going to. Watch this. It's, you know, you can never assume that someone's down, that they're tackled. Watch, there's Dennis right there. Another one, there's Flowers right there. There's Tuggle right there. 3 or 4 guys. He comes out of that. He gets some more blockers and gets a big return out of it.
Eagle 1st and 10 at their own 47. Good return. Washington gives to Williams. Williams into Giant territory to their 45. Brad Van Pelt tripped him up. Williams got about 8.
Remember, we had Michael Williams in that preseason game, the Eagles against the Green Bay Packers, and of course that was a game that Wilbert Montgomery was injured in, and Williams came in and had a big day that day.
Did a good job and has continued to do that. Quick is wide right. Carmichael wide left. Oliver outside the tight end. Vito Cab to the right side. Oliver in motion. Williams again. Michael Williams to the 35 before the Giants wrap him up. Led by Lawrence Taylor.
You know, it's one of those things that you think about those turnovers, those fumbles, and you think, well, that really can't affect you that much. Halftime, you have a lot of time to get over it. But sometimes, like we just said, sometimes you spend the whole time at halftime worrying, thinking, making excuses for that you don't come out ready to play the second half.
And at the same time, John, it might have given the Eagles a little lift. It looked like it did. Oliver.
The way they're getting off the ball, the offensive line here against the Giants defense, it looks like they had a big lift. Because in those last couple plays, the Eagle offensive line is dominating and controlling the line of scrimmage.
It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Eagles at the Giant 31. 13 minutes left to play, 3rd quarter. Philadelphia 7. Giants 6. Carmichael comes out to the right this time, and Quick goes left. Oliver sets up outside the tight end. Williams. 19. Courier made the stop. That's a different formation. And they have apparently picked up a different blocking scheme against the Giant defense.
Well, they get a good block here. Watch the left guard, Steve Kenny, number 73. He's leading the play. Now watch him. He'll come here, make that block right there, and then Williams can cut back to the inside off the block of the guard. Pretty good little block there.
Yes, sir. First down, Philadelphia. They go quickly to Oliver. Oliver gets only a couple this time. D. Hardison, ex-Eagle, made the stop.
Yeah, we're talking about that Eagle offensive line. Of course, one of those guys, Stan Walters, the old 12-year vet from Syracuse, you know, he tried to retire in the preseason, and then they had some injuries. Dean Maraldi was injured in a San Diego Charger preseason game, and they had to bring old Stan back out of retirement.
He had made his retirement speech and everything.
And they played it for him in the locker room when he came back.
On 2nd down, Quick was in motion. Giants are in a blitz. Jaworski looking for Quick. Touchdown. People draped all over him. Bill Courier principally. Quick came up with a one-handed catch.
I'll tell you, he has made a big difference in this Eagle team. You know, for years, they haven't had the other wide receiver to go to the Harold Carmichael. But they have it now, and Mike Quick. Watch him here. You said number 29, Bill Courier's all over him. Jaworski sees it. He just loops it up over Courier's head. Quick reaches out with one hand and brings that ball in. That's about as fine a catch as you can make.
18-yard touchdown strike from Jaworski to Quick. Great catch by Quick. His 5th reception of the day and his 2nd touchdown of the day. Tony Franklin is good with the extra point, and the Eagles now lead 14-6. And one more time, not to belabor the point, but you go back and think about that fumble just before the half. And that certainly had its effect. The Eagles 14, the Giants 6. The Philadelphia scoring drive, 6 plays, 52 yards, 3.5 minutes. 18-yard touchdown pass from Jaworski to Quick. They control the line of scrimmage. Franklin gets his bare foot into this one, and it's Leon Bright a yard deep into the end zone. Bright. Oh, is he waffle. He is really hit. Greg Brown was the man down, and Leon Bright will do well to get up, and he does. Bill Parcells said Leon Bright is the best high school football player he has ever seen.
He's also said that he's one of the most respected players on this Giant team.
How about that? 90 career punt returns, no fair catches. A couple of times he's been hit when maybe he should have. Brunner going right to work. A lot of time as Miller. Miller has room. Miller out of bounds in the Eagle territory at the 44. 35 yards. Roynell Young knocked him out of bounds.
Well, the Giants were finally able to use Mike Miller's speed. Watch him here. He starts in motion up the field, man-to-man, with Roynell Young. Will pick him up right in here, 43. Runs all the way back across the field, using his speed, coming across the field, and picks up a big play for the Giants. Steps out of bounds.
He was the other wide receiver at the University of Tennessee when Willie Gault was on the other side. Brunner backpedaling. Kicked off right down the middle. Anthony Griggs has the interception. I don't think Brunner ever saw it.
Brunner was trying to get away from the sack. He was trying to avoid the sack, and he threw it right into the linebacker Griggs. Watch him. There's no receiver there. Watch him now. He's going to get some pressure. He'll start back. He's looking upfield. Now watch. He starts to get the pressure right there, and he just throws the ball away. The only guy there is Griggs. I can't believe he's throwing it to Ernest Gray.
That's who he was trying to throw it to. The pressure was by the New Orleans Saints, with no time left on the clock, beat Atlanta today, 19-17. They'll be involved in our first big game next week when we have a doubleheader, which begins with the NFL today, 12:30 Eastern. 49ers against New Orleans. Giants, Kansas City, and Philadelphia, Dallas later on. Midfield, Phil Simms just put his helmet on and got a football and is going to go start loosening up, much to the delight of this sellout crowd at Giant Stadium.
After the interception, they started yelling, "We want Simms, we want Simms." And Simms put his helmet on, and they kind of like that deal.
Yes, they really do. Imagine the Eagles wonder what's going on. Van Pelt after Jaworski. Oliver has the completion. Hubie just lowers his head and bangs for a first down. Barrel right over Mike Haynes. That's a good effort.
That's the way a fullback should run when he gets in the open field. Because a guy like Oliver, you know, he doesn't get a lot of footballs in there, a lot of receptions. He has to make it the tough way through the line. Guys grabbing him. And when they get that ball, they love to get one-on-one against the defensive back. Whap! He did. He exploded.
He took him on. Well, boy, that's what you need in a fullback, that explosion. Oliver this time is flanked outside the tight end in that formation that the Eagles have started to use a great degree of the time. This is Williams. Michael Williams over the left side for about 5. Lawrence Taylor on the bottom of the pile.
You know, one thing has happened in this second half. The Eagles have come out, and they're much more physical than the Giants are.
They
were
look
always
serious.
talking about the physical. This team's physical, that team in a physical game. This guy here, the old swamp fox, Marion Campbell, I think he must have got this team fired up at halftime because they're a different team. I think the Giants are too.
He was a physical player. Go to Oliver, and Oliver is hit immediately by Jerome Salley. Lawrence Taylor went into a little Mark Gastineau type celebration. I don't know what about.
Well, I think they finally stopped the Eagles, and sometimes that type of play will take a little momentum away. Watch out. We see Salley there. He lined up over the center, and he just ran right around him to the right, and he caught Hubie Oliver before he could get started.
Well, the crowd really coming to life now. Oliver's the lone setbacks. 3rd and 9 at the Giant 35. Giants showing heavy rush. Jaworski changing the plays at the line of scrimmage. Look out. Andy Hedden, number 54.
Were so concerned with Lawrence Taylor blitzing from the middle that they let Hedden come from the outside.
Ladaney back in the front for the Eagles. The young and Bright. Deep for the Giants. Bright running over. Ball goes out of bounds at about the 16. Go back and look at that and what caused it.
Well, what happens, we see Taylor inside blitzing here. We see him come from the inside. The line blocks down to take care of Taylor, and no one blocks Andy Hedden coming from the outside and the left.
And now now the applause for Phil Simms, who has replaced Scott Brunner at quarterback. The Eagles lead the Giants 14-6. Scott Brunner, who's been replaced at quarterback for the Giants by Phil Simms. That's the book on him today. 12 out of 22, the 1 interception, the 1 fumble, which seemed to change the whole complexion of everything, and Phil Simms has replaced Scott Brunner.
Last week, Phil Simms was talking about wanting to be traded. Next Tuesday's a deadline. He wanted something to happen before them, and now he's in the game.
Hand off to Carpenter. Carpenter juggles his way for about 5 yards after the 20-yard line.
Well, it's going to be interesting, excuse me, Pat, to watch and see how Simms does here, because he was saying the other day that he doesn't get enough practice. He doesn't get enough snaps, and he says for him to play now, it would take him 2 or 3 weeks to get ready. Well, he's had about 2 or 3 minutes to get ready.
He is still a fine athlete. 2nd and 5. Carpenter got 5. Back at their own 20. Simms gives to Wilson. And Butch spins around for 2 or 3. Reggie Wilkes was the first Eagle tackler.
This will be an important play for Simms. You know, they may go it's a 3rd and 2, probably a passing situation. But for any quarterback, the first pass is very important. Sometimes that can give you the confidence that you can keep the whole day, and conversely, it can take it away from you.
This will, in all likelihood, be his first. He's back in the shotgun. Maybe too much time. That'll make it a little bit more difficult. Every time you get involved in one of these quarterback controversies, you get things divided into 2 different camps, and it never is good.
Ball start, 72. Still 3rd down.
Gordon King. That'll make it 3rd and 7, and now, unless he has to come out of there with it himself, undoubtedly this will be Simms' first throw. They blitz. He throws. Miller in Eagle territory. Simms hit him on the run. 35 yards.
He was in a shotgun. This is where the shotgun helps, because he gets some pressure. And we watch the pattern. Here comes Miller to the outside. He hit him again in that zone defense, that short guy and the deep guy, and he hits him between the 2. Let's watch and see how he got it. He gets a little pressure. He sees it come from the outside, steps up in between, and throws the pass on the run.
That was a good throw on the run like that. Carpenter almost to the 40. Dennis Harrison wrapped him up. Eagles leading 14-6 with just under 7 minutes left to play 3rd quarter.
And the problem a guy like Simms has, or any backup quarterback, is today with all the situation substitution, short yardage, long yardage, 5, 6, 7 defensive backs, the starter has to take most of the play. So the backup guy really doesn't get any practice.
2nd and 4. The Giants do have good depth at that quarterback position. Brunner, Simms, and Jeff Rutledge. Simms. Missler to the 26. Herman Edwards on the tackle. Simms is 2 for 2.
See, now right now Simms is feeling about 6'7". You see, he completed that big 3rd down, came back, he got his 2nd completion there. Now he's ready to go. Look, clapping his hands. Come on, guys, we got him. Pull up that thing there. Totally different person right now.
First down, Giants at the Eagle 27. 5:50 left to play 3rd quarter. Eagles up 14-6. Carpenter jumps around, gets maybe a yard. Carl Hairston on the tackle.
I'll tell you, Carpenter Carpenter didn't have a chance on that play. He started, he wanted it, he went to the left, he had no place to go there. Hairston was there, he tried to cut back in the middle, there was no place there.
Talking to Ron Earhart yesterday, who coordinates the Giants offensive unit, he was saying that we just up front, offensive line situations, don't have big enough people to go head-to-head against somebody like that. We have to depend on Carpenter's ability to pick it. Here's Sims, blitz on. Sims chase, still chase. Sims is down. Dennis Harrison, but the pressure came from the middle that caused the whole thing from Ken Clark.
Ken Clark started. See, now the thing that Dennis Harrison does, he stays outside. We see Jerry Robinson coming up the middle, Clark coming up the middle. Harrison stays outside, goes up there, gets him on the flush out. That's what the ends are supposed to do. Get push in the middle, and the ends stay outside for the quarterback coming out.
A loss of 17. Dennis Harrison, who's 6'8" and weighs a lot.
And he has a size 15 shoe. That's why he's called Bigfoot.
3rd and 25. From the shotgun is Sims. Stands in, is chased and goes down. Dennis Harrison comes from the right side. That really was not all that bad protection.
Oh, he had pretty good protection, but the way the Eagles got that sack was with good coverage. Sims was looking, and he had no one open. Now watch it from the wide angle shot here. We see the shotgun.
Punt handled by Glenn Young, and penalty markers are dropped everywhere. 38-yard punt, 3-yard return, 35 yards net.
That was a quick punt on that one. The Giants came in. We were going to show a replay and show how there was no one open, but they came in without a huddle and just snapped the ball, and Jennings punted it. Probably blocking from behind above the waist or something.
Double.
Ineligible man downfield on the kicking team. Illegal block in the back on the return. They all set. Replay.
Let's see if we can look at the coverage. And we see the Eagles are in their pass defense. This is where they have 6 defensive backs in. Well, see, this is what Sims sees. See, right now, there's no one open. He's waiting for someone to break open. No one does, and he gets sacked. Good coverage.
Double.
They had everyone doubled.
Yeah, just about. I wonder why they went on a quick count to punt it.
I think what they like to do is get in there before they can get a block or a return set and just kick them the ball and and let them be in a state of disorganization.
Dave Jennings, the Giant kicker. Now he'll have time, and everybody has a chance to get set. Glenn Young is back deep for the Eagles. Good kick this time. Young makes the catch at the 10, loses the ball. The ball is loose. Ball going for the end zone. Giants have it. I don't think that's going to be a touchdown. I think that's a muff. And that you can't.
Well, there's some penalties.
Penalty flags.
Jim Tunney is going to straighten it out.
Giants, of course, are saying we got a touchdown. Frank Marion, who was just activated, is saying we got it, we scored. See what Tunney said, because he's the boss.
The referee with the black hat, number 32. Of course, they're going over the muff rule right now. If he had control and fumble, it'll be a Giant touchdown. If he never had control of the punt, it won't be.
That's correct, and I think that's exactly what happened. But again, keep in mind there's a penalty marker down. This looks like a political convention.
frustrated guys are the coaches because they can't get in it. You'd like to get in there and defend yourself. At least send a lawyer to represent you.
They can't even do that.
They can't send any representation. But I think they're saying it's a muff.
The jury's still out. And the judge is saying, come on.
They have lawyers, judges, juries. I like to see officials wear glasses now. You know, for years you'd never see one, and you knew that they're all over 40, and some of them have to have bad eyes.
Yes. I know the feeling. Bill Parcells, Giant fans.
I'd love to hear this discussion. Wouldn't you like to be in there?
Oh, yeah. This might be a good segment for 60 Minutes.
There's Carl Hairston. He's jumping up. That means it's Philadelphia's ball. And Tunney's explaining to Brian Kelly.
Well, the Eagles are happy about it. No question about that. I don't know if the issue is settled or resolved yet. Jim Tunney, whose career is making motivational speeches as well as being a referee, has got his work cut out for him.
But we're going to have to look at that one again because I don't know that that was a muff or not. If he had control, it wasn't a muff. It looked like to me like he caught it and was running with it.
The Eagle offensive unit is out on the field, and here is the decision from Tunney.
This may be a long one.
During the ball was fumbled by the Eagles. While the ball was loose during the fumble, New York was holding. We penalized the holding from the spot of the fumble. 5 yards. It's Philadelphia ball.
Well, it was a fumble. We knew that it wasn't a muff because we'll see here that he does catch the punt. See, now he has control of it. And now he started to run. Then he fumbled. Right there he fumbles. Now they said that while the ball is loose, one of the Giants held. When he held, then they say that's the penalty. That gives the Eagles back the ball.
Well, Mr. Tunney needed a cue card for that decision. 14-6, Philadelphia over. Pat Summerall, John Madden. Let's go back and look at it one more time. Watch number 57.
We better look at this. What they call, they said it's a fumble. Now they say the ball's loose and one of the Giants hold. I think it's right there. See 57, that's Byron Hunt. He hits him from behind, then grabs his right foot. So that's what they called. So they called holding there while the ball was loose, which gives the ball back to the Eagles on the 20-yard line.
This crowd, a sellout crowd, not necessarily delighted with that decision. That was Randy Logan who was in pursuit of the ball, and it was Logan that Hunt tackled. Jaworski to Williams. Jerome Sally made the stop. I like to be like a coach, John. I'd like to go back. Can't make a decision until I look at the films. But I don't think he ever had the ball. I don't think he ever had possession of the ball.
Well, of course, then it would have been a muff,
right.
And with the holding penalty, it still would have been Philadelphia's ball. But they did rule it a fumble, though.
Yes, they did.
The phone lines will be burning to Art McNally tomorrow.
2nd and 6. 3:14 left to play third quarter. The Eagles up 14-6. Jaworski out to Oliver. And Oliver is hit short of a first down. Let's go back and look and see if you think he has it. Ever possession, I mean. I don't think he ever had it.
He did a lot of things with it. He did drop it, then kicked it, and then those type of things. But again, it wasn't the momentum of the kick, though, that took it into the end zone.
That's right. Third down and 3 from the 27 for Philadelphia. The Eagles leading 14-6. Jaworski operating from the shotgun. Giants on a blitz. Jaworski down by George Martin. Third sack by the Giants.
George Martin will come from the left. Andy Hedden is from the other side. See Andy Hedden outside here. Martin will come up from Jaworski's right. Andy Hedden, it looked like he looked at him, and then Martin got him.
Skladany. Pretty good kick. Bright at his own 44. Leon Bright. Back into Eagle territory. Knocked out of bounds by Ray Ellis. At the Eagle 43. 46-yard punt. 13-yard return. A net of 33. Things are starting to heat up at Giant Stadium with the Eagles leading the New York Giants 14-6 in the third quarter.
And 49ers, they've gone to the fourth quarter. Rookie Eric Dickerson with 124 yards, and this touchdown has the Rams in a commanding 10-point lead over the 49ers. Back to Pat Summerall and John Madden.
And right here, Brent, the Eagles are in command, 14-6. But the Giants are in Philadelphia territory at the moment. Scott Brunner puts his helmet back on and now gets his warm-up jacket as Phil Simms has replaced him. And he is operating under the center down. Simms, reverse coming. Mistler tries to throw, does throw, and hits nothing but the grass and a few photographers. Eagles weren't fooled.
I think that this thing with Phil Simms coming in now is going to really be something that will continue all year maybe with this Giant team because, you know, if he wins the game, then you probably have to start him next week, and if he doesn't, then do you go back to Brunner or what? It's going. This won't be the end. Today won't be the end of this Brunner-Simms thing.
How about trade them both and start Rutledge?
Have to do it by Tuesday.
Simms back in the pocket, has Mulledy. Mulledy has a first down. Mulledy to the Eagle 22, chased down and knocked down by Jerry Robinson.
That's the type of pattern that the Giants are having good success with, those running and crossing type patterns. We just saw Tom Mulledy catch that one. Earlier, Mike Miller had caught that same type of pass, and I think that's the type of patterns that you want to run against this defense. I'd continue to run them all the way down to the end zone.
Because, John, they stay in a zone so much?
They stay in a zone, and you can go underneath and around and pass guys on running patterns. You don't just stop in front of them.
From the 21, Mistler goes in motion with Simms handing inside to Butch Wolford. Wolford to the 20. Looking for someplace to go. A lot of running for 2 yards. Joel Williams, who made 19 tackles last week, knocked him down.
Against his old team last week, Joel Williams did that against the Atlanta Falcons, and Marion Campbell was saying he told Joel yesterday, he says, we're playing the Falcons again this week. They're just wearing Giant uniforms, but they're really the Falcons.
No matter where we go.
I don't think Joel Williams bought that.
2nd and 8. We had a good look at the new Eagle head coach. He seems to have things pretty well under control. Simms, Eagles. Mistler. Joel Williams made the stop, but Mistler found some open green.
I think he started to run and stumble. He's a little upset with himself. Maybe had he just turned, he could have gained more yardage. Watch Mistler here. He started outside, came back in motion, has a guy inside him and outside him. Right there, when he started to make the move to his left, he just kind of stumbled. Had he just taken the ball and turned straight up the field, he probably could have gotten about 5 more yards.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Philadelphia 14, the Giants 6. We now pause for a word from Pat Summerall, John Madden at Giants Stadium. Giants have the ball trailing 14-6, 3rd and 1 at the Eagle 12. Another quarter to go. Plenty of time. Phil Simms has replaced Scott Brunner at quarterback. Butch Wolford and Rob Carpenter are the 2 running backs, and that's John Mistler in motion. Wolford to the 7. Wes Hopkins The safety man stopped him.
We were talking about that giant offensive line, and we're saying that Ron Earhart said that they really can't dominate physically. They did a pretty good job on that play. The left side, Brad Benson and Philly Yard got some movement on that Eagle defense.
First and goal from the 7. Benson, whom John Madden just mentioned, has really been playing well. Sims to Wolford. Touchdown. Keeps saying, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball.
Well, I think the Giants would do a better job now of running Woolfolk to the inside. Earlier in the season, they were trying to get him outside all the time. Now they're running him inside between the tackles, and he's much more effective.
Scott Brenner holding. Ali Haji Sheik makes the extra point, and it's 14-13.
You know, and I think he's a better I formation runner. You see, because now it's like the fullback. He's squared up. He can see. He can read. He gets a good block there by his right guard, J.T. Turner. You see that? Turner pulled from the right, came in. Let's watch the left tackle now. We see Brad Benson there. He's number 60. He's going to come inside. He'll get his linebacker. Mullity gets his. Here comes Turner around, and a good cut by Woolfolk inside. Not bad blocking.
Not bad at all. Good job. Touchdown results. We have a 14-13 contest. Saturday, CBS Sports will be at Belmont Park here in New York to bring you 2 excellent horse races, the Jockey Club Gold Cup and the Champagne Stakes. Horse racing's all-time money winner John Henry, Slew of Gold, and Playfellow are expected to lead a strong Jockey Club field. Then in the Champagne Stakes, Devil's Bag, the 2-year-old sensation, has become a leading candidate for Horse of the Year honors as expected. So be sure to join us and stay with us right now. Glenn Young outside the 30 brings it back for the Eagles. Larry Flowers tripped him up. He was almost gone.
Glenn Young said, I darn near fouled up that punt return, but I'm not going to foul up this kickoff return. And he busted that ball right up the middle.
Larry Flowers, who made the stop, is slow in getting back to his feet.
Let's watch and see what happened here. He's one of the Giants' best special teams guy, and it looks like he's going to get it right there in the tackle. He got the helmet, the knee right on the helmet, the left knee right on his helmet.
And that makes a loud noise when you get hit like that.
Sometimes it continues to ring for a while.
I think it still is. Phone's ringing, but nobody's answering. First down at the 33 for the Eagles. The Giant crowd coming to life. Eagles up 14-13. Giants taking blitz. Byron Hunt. Here's Williams. Nothing. Curtis McGriff, who plays the run so well.
I'll tell you, you know that that emotion and all those types of things, momentum, all those words that people use about football games, it really does change from thing to thing. You know, it looks like the Eagles came out in the second half. They were just roaring to go. The Giants were down. Giants changed quarterbacks. They come in, get a score. Now they're all fired up.
A yard for Williams. Make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Handed for Mike Quick. Almost picked off by Byron Hunt.
It was almost picked off the first time, I think, by Lawrence Taylor, and then the ball bounced to Byron Hunt. Watch Lawrence Taylor here. He's playing in the inside. He just comes straight back. He reads the quarterback all the way. Sees the throw. No, he was late there. That was Brian Kelly first, then into Byron Hunt.
Hunt got a hand on it. Incomplete. 3rd and 9. The Giants have been heavy blitzing in the last few passing situations. Jaworski back in the shotgun looking at that defense. Here they come again. Jaworski throws. Quick has it. First down. Courier the cover. Good play by Quick and Jaworski.
It was a good play by Jaworski because he had a lot of pressure coming from his left side by Andy Hedden and Lawrence Taylor. He got that ball off. Let's see if we can watch it. Now here's Taylor 56, Hedden 54 is inside. Walters steps out to take Taylor. Hedden goes by Hubie Oliver. That was the pressure on Jaworski. He made a heck of a throw.
Sure did. Give Walters some positive grades, too. He did a good job on Taylor. Jaworski looks quick. Carmichael had it. Juggled. Lost it. Out of bounds. Out of bounds.
That time Byron Hunt was right in Jaworski's face. Watch from the right-hand side of the screen. You'll see Hunt come flying. Jaworski threw it and ducked. That was a pretty good throw for a duck. Like, you can't throw it any better than that, can you?
No.
That was right in his hands, right between the 1 and the 7. He just did a little bobble job.
And you think about those three linebackers who've been doing most of the blitzing, 57, 56, and 54. That can be confusing, and that's what they're, of course, trying to do. Tampa Bay has gone ahead of Dallas 17-14.
Dallas only plays as well as they have to. That'll be a tight one.
2nd and 10 from the 47. Jaworski still the Eagle quarterback. Played all day. This time he has time, and this is Williams. Williams barrels for a first down, almost to the Giant 40. That's the kind of pass that'll hurt that kind of defense.
Well, it will, because the linebackers were taking deep drops. Michael Williams just did a little loop, and Jaworski got him the ball. Now, you have to like that Mike Williams. I know that Marion Campbell was saying, you know, there's just something about the guy, the way he plays and flows and his attitude. You just have to play him. You have to go with a guy like that.
First down Eagles at the Giant 41. They lead 14-13. 2 touchdowns from Jaworski to Quick. Blitz is on again. They're going. And there goes the flag against Haynes. Pass intended for Quick. And I don't think there's any question about that.
Well, I think Haynes has a question about it.
Yeah, he does.
Haynes is saying he didn't push him. Tunney's saying you did push him. Stuff against the defensive back. You know, once that ball's in the air.
Defensive pass interference, number 36. First down.
Once that ball's in the air, he can't touch him until it gets there, and it looks like right there he has his right hand on him. And that's where he threw it. You see the official stand there, he started to go for that flag when he saw that right hand on Quick.
That'll make it 1st and 10, the Eagles. The Giant 18. Philadelphia leading by a point. In field goal range now for Tony Franklin. They start Oliver in motion. They pitch back to Williams. Williams to about the 14. Stopped by Byron Hunt. For an NFL update now on what's happening around the league, let's go back to Brent Musburger. It's 14-13 here, Brent. The Eagles on the move. 2nd and 6 at the Giant 14. And this time in motion. To Williams, throwing for Oliver, throwing out of the end zone. Mark Haynes right there with him, along with Bill Courier. Tony Franklin in his little playpen.
I notice Tony Franklin's keeping his helmet on more and more these days. Getting a little light up there on top.
There is a reflection.
I'll hear about that next week, too.
Yes.
I said something in Green Bay about it, and I guess you got a lot of static.
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
Oliver in motion. Giants coming. Blitz. Jaworski trying to change the play. Gets it up quickly. Batted out of bounds, and intended for a quick. Haynes right back there with it.
I think there was a delay of game. I don't think that play counts. But I'll tell you, Jaworski does make a heck of a throw getting rid of this ball. But in audibilizing, he took too much time. I think the whistle blows before this. Watch, there's Taylor. Here comes Mampel. He said, oh, I got to get rid of that ball.
Delay, exceeding the 30-second count. Still third down.
That could turn out to be a break for the Eagles.
That could be, because they didn't block Brad Van Pelt, and Jaworski really didn't have a chance at a play there. He just threw that one away, and he gets a free one. I think he's taking a timeout here.
He is, and that leaves the Eagles with 2. We have 10.5 minutes left to play in the game, with the Eagles up by 1 as Jaworski comes over to the sideline to meet with the Philadelphia coaching staff. Philadelphia 14, the Giants 13, with New Orleans winning today. That San Francisco-New Orleans game next week ought to be a dandy, and our game when the Eagles go to Dallas is always a dandy. 3rd and 11, the ball at the Giant 19. Not sure what happened then.
Well, the 30-second clock didn't go back to 30.
Set back, or did it go back to 30? Now it's back at 30.
Yeah.
And now running.
They took time out, and it was at 24, and then they didn't reset it.
10:33 left to play. 3rd and 11 from the 20. Giants do not show blitz this time. Was the nearest target. Giants batted away. Beasley Reese right there with him, and here comes Tony Franklin.
That was an interesting thing there, because the play before, the Giants were blitzing, and so it looks like they called the play against the blitz. The Giants didn't blitz anyone. They went to a zone, and they had that well covered.
From 38 yards out, Tony Franklin. Jaworski holding.
Dodged the bullet.
10:23 left to play. Philadelphia up by 1. The NCAA today, next Saturday, begins at 12 noon Eastern Time, 3 Pacific Time. Texas against the Razorbacks of Arkansas. Virginia Tech against West Virginia. Oregon State against California. Texas off that big victory over Oklahoma yesterday. The Razorbacks with a week of rest. Lou Holtz will have something up his sleeve. Play that one in Little Rock. It'll be fun. Giants 1st and 10 from their own 20. Handoff Carpenter. He is met by a wall. Wall led by Clark. Bit of a fracas. Rich Humphrey slapped on the top of the head by Bigfoot.
Well, you know why Humphrey's mad is because Clark was his man. And if you're going to run against a 3-man line, you have to get that nose tackle block. He didn't get Ken Clark blocked. Carpenter didn't have any place to run.
And that's why it's 2nd and 10. 9:40 left to play. Bill Sims, the quarterback. Miller went in motion. Handoff to Butch Wolford, who cut back. Done a lot of that dancing today, and he scrambles out to outside the 25 to the 20, 27, 28. A couple other scores, 17-17 3rd quarter, as Raphael stepped in, as tied things at Texas Stadium. The Rams 10, San Francisco 7, 4th quarter. Ram defense amazing. Kansas City 20. The Raiders 14. Seattle and San Diego 21-21. Chargers have a way of lighting the scoreboard, don't they?
They sure do.
Phil Simms on 3rd and 2. Now he's not sure, and he takes a timeout and will walk over to Bill Parcells. Didn't like the formation.
I think he didn't like the defense. He looked out there and saw what the Eagles were in. I think they may have expected a pass defense, and the Eagles didn't give it to him.
8:51 left to play now at Giant Stadium. 1-point difference. Pat Summerall and John Madden at Giant Stadium. Philadelphia 14, the Giants 13. The clock indicating we have 8:51 left to play. 3rd and 2. Simms under pressure. Throws incomplete. No interference. No flag. No nothing. Roynell Young was covering John Missler, and Phil Simms is hurt. Holding his hand. He might have hit somebody on the helmet as they threw that.
That's the thing that you always have to look out for when the quarterback follows through and he's being rushed. Sometimes, that's...
Oh, man.
That's a bad one, man.
Let's see if we can see what happened. He is in obvious agony.
You can tell the reaction. That had to be a helmet. Now watch him right here as he throws the ball and he follows through right on the helmet. Sometimes that finger is sticking straight out and it hits the helmet straight on.
Jennings' punt is handled, maybe, by Glenn Young, and it is. And right down there quickly is the Giants special team led by Terry Kennard. Phil Simms headed back for the Giant locker room in extreme pain. Well, what a series of bad breaks he's had.
I'm sure what they try and do is they'll try and get that thing set again and get it, it's probably something where he gets a dislocation, pops out a joint, they try and get it back in as soon as they can.
And Scott Bruner starts to loosen up one more time. He got his chance to play when Simms got hurt 2 years ago. He took over as a regular when Simms got hurt last year. He won the job this year, and now Simms is in pain again. Oliver goes in motion. This is Michael Williams. Lawrence Taylor, who can run with most of the backs, out to make the stop.
If you're going to run the ball against the Giants, you have to get this guy blocked. Now, he's playing a lot more inside linebacker where he can just sit and read. You see how he flows down the line of scrimmage? Staying inside the back. You don't want to overrun it. Stay inside. Then when he makes his commitment upside, just boom. Just give it to him right there. A great linebacker like Lawrence Taylor will never overrun a play.
Great applies to him, too. 2nd and 10 from the 29. Jaworski, the quarterback. The Eagles leading by 1. He drops the throw. Hunt on a blitz. Jaworski ducks under it. Jaworski now throws. Has a man. Has Oliver. Oliver waving the ball around. How he held on, I don't know. But the Eagles got a first down on a great effort by Oliver and a great effort by that man, number 7.
Right, and a poor effort by number 57, Byron Hunt. Whenever you get a quarterback, you never go high for him because he'll always duck under. Watch, he's coming from the backside. You see right there? The quarterback's reaction when he gets backside pressure is always to duck. That's why you don't want to go to his head. You want to go to his shoulders or numbers. That was a heck of a play by Jaworski. Now, get it away, Oliver. He did. See, it's where the ball is when you get hit, not before.
Jaworski, 14 out of 24 for 200 yards. That was a 20-yard pickup there. Eagles just short of midfield. Two, maybe. Curtis McGriff on the stop. The unofficial word on Phil Simms is that when he followed through, he broke his finger on Hairston's helmet when he hit it on the follow-through.
You know, and he may have one of those kind where the bone comes out because it looked like there was some blood on that towel. You know,
Yeah, it did.
a word for that. What
Compound. Yeah.
could be one of those compound fractures.
Quick in motion. 2nd down. Out to Quick. Incomplete. Trying to set up that screen that they worked earlier in the day. They had the blockers, Walters, and fellow lineman coming out in that direction. Kenny.
Jaworski was upset with himself because he didn't want to get put in this 3rd and long situation.
Eagles leading 14-13. Now the clock becomes very much a factor. 6:10 left to play. Eagles 3 out of 9 on 3rd down conversions. Jaworski sends Quick and Young wide to the left. Carmichael wide to the right. He lines up in the shotgun. Giants showing some indication of blitz. Low snap. Jaworski handle. Taylor was coming. Young makes the catch at the 20. Mike Dennis back there with him, but Jaworski did a good job to get rid of the ball, and Young did a good effort as it came right over his head.
I'll tell you, Glenn Young made a nice pattern out of that. He ran a corner pattern, but watch the throw that Jaworski makes. Here comes Lawrence Taylor starting from the outside, coming back to the inside, right in Jaworski's face. He got rid of that ball. Watch him here. Just before Lawrence Taylor hits him, and here's the throw. Glenn Young made a nice catch here over the shoulder, but he ran a nice pattern.
That's his first of the season. That's a good way to begin.
He's been in there a long time. He always goes in on those passing situations. 3 wide receivers.
First attempt to 19. Jaworski throwing it up, looking in the direction of Carmichael, covered by Haynes. But again, he saw the blitz coming, and it was an all-out effort, and here they really come.
Well, he knows it's a 1st down thing, and we see Taylor come here, and then the weak safety Beasley Reese is coming too. And Jaworski knows on 1st down, I don't want to take a sack. I have good field position. I'll just throw it away.
Marion Campbell, at whom you're looking right now, made an interesting observation about Lawrence Taylor yesterday. He said he is so good that the effect he had on the rest of the people is he makes them better.
That's what he said. He said he raises the level of the entire Giant defense.
You run out of superlatives about that guy. Jaworski fires, has Carmichael. Carmichael down to about the 7. Brian Kelly made the stop. Harrell should get enough for the 1st down. They do move the sticks. And the clock continues to run with 4:55 left to play. 11-yard gain.
You know, Ron Jaworski has really made some fine plays today. I think in the last couple of years, right now, he's playing with more confidence than I've seen him.
Well, I agree. And he says, well, the statistics bear it out that he's off to the best start he's ever had. But he's just taken on more responsibility and looks more confident.
And I think it's a little better having Mike Quick out there, too. I think he's getting a timing, a situation with him.
Oliver down to about the 4.5. Jerome Sally made the stop.
Well, Bill Parcells was telling us yesterday that the thing that he's worried about is his defense, and they really have had 2 opportunities to stop the Eagles, and they haven't done it here in this 4th quarter. They had one, and of course the Eagles missed the field goal, but then they let them drive the length of the field here again.
Big play by Glenn Young really kept this one alive. His first pass reception of the year. Jaworski has Williams and Oliver behind him. Williams. From behind by Mike Dennis to the 5. Mark Haynes made that quick force.
Well, again, the Giant defense is really pressing down here because they know that they can't let, with 1 point down, they're okay. A field goal would be okay, but they're playing goal line defense right here. You see the pressure, they have corner up there, strong safety up there, the whole bunch. They said, we have to make them kick a field goal here. This is a big, big, big play, 3rd down here. Because with this score, there's a lot of difference between a touchdown and a field goal.
Oh, yeah. Touchdown puts it out of range almost. Quick. Touchdown. Mike Quick. And now a flag is dropped in the end zone, and let's have a look at it.
Exceeding a 30-second count.
Too much time. Mike Quick made a great play. Jaworski made a good throw.
Well, that's that play that you throw down here in the goal line, that quick up. Just watch Mike Quick out here on Mike Dennis. You see, he just starts to the outside. Now the ball should be right up over his outside shoulder. He just out-jumped Mike Dennis for that ball.
There is an athlete.
Look at that. He has both feet in. The whole doggone works there.
Third and goal from the 11. Excuse me, John. Quick is out wide to the left. They might. Down goes Jaworski, and down goes another penalty flag. George Martin and Brad Van Pelt. Brian Kelly all involved in the sack of Jaworski. Let's see what happened.
Where that flag was thrown from, that's usually holding against the defense on the tight end. It's a deep official back there in the end zone, and his key is the tight end. When you see it thrown from there, I bet you someone was holding Vito Cab.
I think it was Byron Hunt, we think.
Holding. Defense. It was during a running play. 5 yards from the end of the run and first down.
And a first down.
See, right there in the tight end, you see Byron Hunt right there. You see he has his right hand on. He grabs Vito Cobb and throws him down. That's what the play was. But now, since it was a running play because the ball wasn't thrown, then it's 5-yard penalty.
And the first down.
And the first down, automatic first down.
Ball is at the 8 now. It's first and goal. And the clock is on the Eagles side. 2:56 left to play. Jaworski, nothing doing. Into space. Vito Cab, perhaps the intended receiver. Nobody close. 2:52 now.
I'll tell you, Byron Hunt on this drive has really hurt the Giants because he had Jaworski back there for the sack on that third down, and he let him get away. And then that was a third down play, and he got caught for holding on the tight end. And to me, that's what discipline is. You know, that you get down there and you don't have those things that change the game around on you.
2nd and 8. 2nd and goal from the 8. Eagles leading by 1 point. They start quick in motion. Jaworski back to throw. Steps into the pocket, throw. Knocked away again, intended for Carmichael. Knocked away. Lawrence Taylor back there, and so was Bill Courier. Beasley Reese around the scene of the action, too.
There's Mike Dennis. He's playing outside. We see him. He's watching Carmichael and well, it looked like Carmichael got his left hand out there, and he's just running a hook right inside. Here comes the ball and 2 giant defenders at the same time.
Jaworski brings him out on 3rd down and goal from the 8. Quick in motion. Jaworski throw it. Incomplete. Brian Kelly tackles Hubert Oliver. Let's watch Byron Hunt this time.
I'll tell you, that's one that Jaworski shouldn't throw. Byron Hunt is 57 coming from the outside here. He's on Mike Williams. Like he gets Jaworski right after he throws the ball. I'll tell you, though, on 3rd down, you don't throw the ball 5 yards. You either throw it into the end zone or you don't do anything. I don't understand that play.
Tony Franklin now has a chance to redeem himself for that last miss. If he makes this, it means the Giants have to get a touchdown. This one he roots. No question about that. 26 yards out. By the way, the last information that we have on the condition of Phil Simms is that he tore a tendon. Perhaps not a break, but again, this is unofficial. And he is being x-rayed right now in the locker room. We'll try to let you know as soon as we know what the situation is. Tony Franklin getting ready to kick off. Next Sunday, CBS Sports has a doubleheader. Begins with the NFL today. The San Francisco 49ers against New Orleans at 12:30 Eastern Time. The Giants at Kansas City, and John Madden and I will be in Dallas for the Eagles match against the Cowboys. And that is always a rugged contest.
Right, and the Eagles thought they were scheduled to play him at home next week, but with the Phillies in the World Series, the game has been switched and will be in Dallas. But, you know, like I was talking to the coaches about it, you know, they're lucky that they played Dallas twice because, you know, had they not, they would have just lost a home game. But this way, the next Dallas game will be in Philadelphia, so they get an even switcher.
Tony Franklin kicking off. Leon Bright at the 3. Eagles down in good shape, led by Ray Ellis. 2:29 left to play. Eagles leading the Giants 17-13. Giants will take over at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Scott Bruner back in the game now with a mixed reception at best from the fans.
I'll tell you, one of the classiest things that I saw, though, is when Bruner went off and he was sitting on the bench and Sims was in there playing, George Martin came up and patted him on the back and says, "You're okay." I tell you, that can be a big lift for a guy here.
Here's Bruner back to throw. Does. Ernest Gray with some room. Gray goes out of bounds at midfield. 2:20 left to play. 30-yard gain. Good throw from Bruner.
There's Ernest Gray. He's out there on the left. Now, he's going to come in. Again, these are the successful type patterns where you get the running patterns. It's an in, you start up, in, he catches the ball in front of Herman Edwards, gets the ball out beyond midfield.
Those of you who watched that game, the Rams beat San Francisco 10-7. Welcome to the Giants and the Eagles. Bruner, the Giant quarterback, throw. Pass incomplete. He was hit just as he let it go. Ernest Gray, the intended receiver. Let me just, those of you who joined us, bring you up to date on what's going on at Giant Stadium. Scott Bruner started at quarterback, suffered an interception, was replaced by Phil Sims, who hit his hand on Dennis Harrison's helmet. Still don't know the extent of his injury, but he had to leave in obvious agony. And Bruner has come back. The Eagles have 2 touchdown passes from Jaworski to Mike Quick, a field goal by Franklin. The Giants have 2 by Ali Haji Sheik and a touchdown by Butch Wolfolk. It is now 2nd and 10 with 2 minutes 14 seconds left to play at midfield for the Giants. They need a touchdown. Bruner. Mulledy was the target. Incomplete. Knocked away by Jerry Robinson.
That was good coverage by Jerry Robinson. You know, he's a linebacker that can run as fast as most running backs and or tight ends in this league. Look, he's just step for step with Mulledy. And we've always felt if you ever get man-on-man with a linebacker, you just have to beat him.
Different kind of linebacker.
I'll tell you, that's a good one, but, you know, I mean, now they can't blame Scott Bruner for that. I mean, the ends have to beat someone, too.
2:07 left to play. The Eagles 17, the Giants 13. 3rd and 10, midfield. Bruner, no shotgun. Almost picked off. The ball slipped out of his hand. Intended for Missler. 2:02 left to play. Ray Ellis, the defender, and now what?
Well, it looks like he was going to send his punt coverage team out. He brought him back, and now it looks like he's decided to go for it on 4th down. But this is one of those things, again, I don't think anyone's open. He just threw the ball in there anyway, and they are going for it on 4th down.
Ball slipped out of his hand.
Remember last week one slipped out of his hand against the Chargers. It was ruled a fumble. Giants were going in to score.
2 minutes left to go. Remember, they've used a timeout already. Parcells decides he'll go for it. Bruner stays on his feet. Bruner will take off, and he'll get the first down. They are saying he was in the grasp, and it will not count. And Bruner comes sprinting back to object. Bill Parcells is really upset by this turn of events. Third Philadelphia sack, if you can call it that, and I guess you have to.
I'll tell you, that's a tough one. They put in a rule to protect the quarterback. And then this is going to happen when you have that rule. The rule is when the quarterback is in the grasp of a defender, the referee can blow the whistle. You see the black hat. He was already calling it dead and waving his arms. I'll tell you, that is a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Again, we see Bruner back here, stunned in front of him. He starts to run. Now watch your referee right there. Jim Tunney just starts to wave his arms right there. He said he was in the grasp. Dead ball, first down, Eagles.
Philadelphia 17, the Giants 13. That's one that'll be discussed for a while. The Giants 13.
Here it is again. Now, you know, the rule is that once he's in the grasp, the referee, to protect him, can blow the whistle. You see he's grabbing his leg right there. Now, Jim Tunney comes in. Looks like he starts to blow that whistle a little late, though, to me. He didn't blow it and wave his arms when the guy was in the grasp. Looks like he started to blow it after he started to run. It'll be a little late whistle.
Maybe. Michael Williams, the ball carrier, Beasley Reese up on a blitz. Quickly, it's the Eagles 17, the Giants 13. Bill Parcells is really, really upset.
Well, you know, he's thinking one thing that, you know, they lost the fumble just before the halftime. They thought they recovered a fumble in the end zone for a touchdown and didn't get that. Then they had a first down here and they lose it because of a grasp.
Dallas 17, Tampa Bay 17. That score is early in the fourth quarter. When this game is over, you'll get to join, many of you will get to join that exciting finish. Cowboys 17, Tampa Bay 17. That's at Texas Stadium. Buccaneers playing them tough. Timeouts remaining. Philadelphia 2, the Giants 1. Scott Bruner. After Phil Simms was injured, Bruner had to come back.
You know, after I think about that, though, that was a late whistle because he started really waving his arms after Bruner started to run. Now, that's not when he needs a protection. He needs a protection if he's being held up so a bunch of guys don't jump on him.
Once
after he breaks loose,
he doesn't get any protection.
Yeah, I agree with the Giants on that one.
Second down and 11 from the 44. Jaworski gives to Williams, and Williams goes inside the Giant 40. Eagles leading 17-13.
The Eagles are 3-2. If they win here, they'll be 4-2. They'll be in the hunt.
Yes.
Giants are 2-4. They'll have a tough time
Getting back in the hunt. When you think about the Cowboys being what they are, depending on what happens this afternoon, and again, many of you will see that exciting finish of that game after this one's over, and the Redskins continue to play very well.
They might be the best team in the NFC right now, the Redskins.
Super Bowl champion defending. Now the Giants take a timeout, and the Eagles, with 1 minute and 8 seconds left to play.
Let's take a look at that fourth down play one more time. Yeah, because after the scramble, Bruner does get a first down. Now he's looking and he gets the pressure right there. Now right there, the guy has a foot. Now, had the whistle started to blow there, I could see it. But look, now he's running. Now watch where the arms start waving by the black-hatted official. With the whistle, he started to blow then. It looked like it was after he started to run. Let's watch it from here. Right now, he's okay. Now he's in the grasp there. Now there's nothing. Now watch when he starts to run. Now start to run. Okay. Now watch here. He's broken away when he starts to blow the whistle there. That's after he's broken.
He's 10 yards upfield already.
Yeah.
Football left to come, but 60 minutes, the all-new 60 minutes, comes up following football, except on the West Coast, where you will see it at its regular time. The word now on Phil Simms is that he has a compound dislocation of his thumb on his right hand. That's
Giants have 10 men, 11 men up. The whole bunch are up in the line of scrimmage.
Sladany gets it off. And now the flag goes down. The Giants rough the kicker. Been one of those days.
Well, they were taking that gamble. They didn't have any return man back. They put all 11 men up and saying, look, we have a minute left. We have to get the ball. We don't have any timeout. We need a block. They went for it. They gambled. They lost because they roughed the punter. Watch it. All 11 Giants up there. No one's deep. See, the ball is away, and right there's the contact.
Flowers is the man who ran into him.
First down.
But he had to take that gamble.
Well, they had to, because with no timeouts, they probably didn't feel they could drive the ball 80 yards in less than a minute. They need a touchdown, not a field goal. So they go for the gamble. They needed to block. They didn't get it.
Now the Eagles, knowing that the Giants, of course, have no timeouts remaining, will just let the clock run. And the Giants can't stop it. Executive producer of the NFL on CBS, Terry O'Neill. The senior producer, Red Eye himself, Charles Milton. Bob Stinner is our producer. Sandy Grossman, our director. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Joan Vetrano. And all the rest of you. Jaworski just kneels and the clock continues to tick away. Bill Parcells. Boy, you think about a lot of things that turn this game around.
I think Bill Parcells is going after the referee right now. He is. He couldn't stand it anymore. He had to say something.
He stopped by Jim Tunney to let him have at least an acknowledgement of what he thinks. And then Bill Parcells came over to Marion Campbell.
But he had to make a short stop in there. He wanted to tell the referee, Jim Tunney, what he had on his mind.
He might be telling Marion Campbell what he has on his mind.
I think he is, but Marion Campbell's happy right now to be 4-2.
For John Madden, Pat Summerall saying so long from Giants Stadium, where the Eagles beat the Giants 17-13. Now let's go to Dallas and